Okay, so this is from Anonymous. This is a friend of ours who shared his experience in a group chat with us. I've mentioned this a few times, he says, but I really can't stress enough how crazy it's been to use ChatGPT to teach me how to do machine learning. I knew I wanted to do something with the data I had, but didn't have any idea what. And I was able to just ask ChatGPT, okay, what should I do to get started? And it helped me install Jupyter, create my first notebook, and I could paste the output and have it suggest what to do next. And I have been able to ask it questions and show it the results I'm getting. And little by little, it gets more and more accurate. It's a shame that me just talking about how amazing it is and how it feels isn't something that can be translated to anyone else, but boy, is it impressive. I am learning how this works 10 times, 100 times faster than if I was learning this in some theoretical school environment, though I was so bad at that, he puts in parentheses, or if I was learning by watching videos, which I've gotten bored of, or blog posts, which I haven't found related enough to what I'm trying to do. I've never really experienced anything like this before, being able to become productive in an entirely new side of computing that I had no detailed understanding of previously. I've literally spent 5+ years poking around the edges of machine learning, but could never understand enough details to know where to start. Being able to ask questions over and over again for months gave me the conceptual understanding of things. And then in the past week, being able to just have it help me write the code has given me the ability to make real progress. So, Ben, when you read all of that as a technologist, what comes to
Well,
mind for
this
you?
is helped by the context of I know who wrote this. It's sort of a mutual friend of ours who is an incredibly capable and accomplished engineer. Right? He kind of comes across and you're like, I'm just sort of a moron, sort of like hacking away on my computer. No, this guy knows what he's doing. I can
Mm-hmm.
promise you that. And even there, that almost makes it harder in some respects, because it's he's mentioned in sort of other threads about trying to bring someone on to work on this and get started. And there's a bit about where what he's working on, he has the overall knowledge and concept of the product in mind and knows exactly what he's trying to accomplish, but the actual specifics of like what to do with this one particular bit that requires sort of machine learning, that's not what he had done in his career, trying to figure it out. And this bit, what strikes me about his articulation is, yes, there's videos, yes, there's blog posts, but there's a real step in those or online classes. The trick is you have to take what you learn there, which is not about your problem, and you have to sort of apply it to your problem. And so it's like a multi-step process that is kind of annoying to go through. You have to build the conceptual framework around the problem the teacher is presenting, or the video, or whatever it might be. Then you have to get it working with yours.
Right.
And that's like fine for college, where you're there just to learn. When you're like a professional or you're doing something as like a side project, it's like, no, I want to work on my problem. That is what motivates me. How can I use this for mine? I don't have to go through this multi-step, multi-year process, particularly if you don't learn well and that, someone lecturing to you or whatever it might be. I have this problem in mind. I have the data. I know what I want to do with it. How do I do it? And what ChatGPT is delivering for this person is a perfectly customized to him, to his data, to his problem set tutor that is going through and saying, try this, do this. This is what it means, XYZ. And in this case, because he is very smart and capable, he knows when it screws up, right? That is obviously sort of an important factor there.
Mm-hmm.
But this bit about there's total customization to you and your problem is completely new and unique. There was an abstraction jump you always had to make. Yes, it's great to have YouTube videos. Yes, it's great to have blog posts. But to apply it to your problem, there's a jump you had to make. Now all the internet's knowledge can be brought to bear specifically on your problem. That's number one. And then number two is the extent to which this does reward initiative, right? Like now you can actually solve the problem, and you don't need to like either go through hours of grueling, build an abstraction or build sort of a conceptual sort of idea, then apply it to yours, or just, I guess, have to go hire someone or get someone sort of XYZ to do this problem. You can solve problems for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Now that has positives and negatives, right? Like that requires initiative. On the other hand, if you have initiative,
it sort of seems like you're describing this. It sounds like a superpower for people who already have superpowers, which is a small percentage of the workforce. Is that an accurate
It
way to
is, and this is a
characterize it?
point that I was kind of getting at when I wrote that MKBHDs for everyone, in this bit about how the internet enables all these new things. But what's admirable about MKBHD is how he's built an audience by posting these videos for like 15 years or whatever it is, right? And just the degree of work and
Mm-hmm.
diligence and caring about the outcome, and the end result is this tremendous sort of power he has in the market. But that is downstream of all this sort of initiative on his part and willingness to grind and sort of put it in. And the internet pays that off in a big way. Yes, you can be a short-term flash in the pan, but to be MKBHD, it takes sort of a lot of work. So yeah, so like my bit in that article is AI is going to accentuate this even more. Like there's an unbelievable amount of
Right.
capability, but to bring it to bear in a way that leverages the capability and also avoids the capability's pitfalls, that is, I'm the extent to it that's going to sort of accrue broadly is very much an open question.